Nandela sir is not there, so I think the session okay, so before that, Gir sir will open the session as per schedule. So in between, Nandela sir will join. So we should go live, Kamal.
पहले एक बात बताइए, आवाज आ रही है? मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
अरे सर,
yes sir,
okay, कोई no disturbance now, ना?
No sir, nothing.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are live now, so
yes. Shall we start? Okay. Welcome all of you, all the dignitaries, all the speakers, all the guests, and all the participants. On behalf of Pharmalok and in association with National Pharmacy Welfare Association and all supporting organizations, I warmly welcome you to this prestigious online faculty awareness program on newly implemented BPharm syllabus under NEP 2022, which is prescribed by Pharmacy Council of India. Today's workshop is a significant initiative which is aimed at creating awareness regarding the updated BPharm curriculum, its implementation strategies, infrastructure requirements, and future opportunities in pharmacy education. Education is not merely the transmission of knowledge, but the transformation of future generations. With this vision, Pharmalok has organized this national level workshop to guide faculty members, institutions, towards successful implementation of this new PCI syllabus, which is, that under NEP 2020. This workshop is organized by the Pharmalok, the Pharmalok Connecting by Heart in association with National Pharmacy Welfare Association, as well as so many pharmacy educational institutions. So now it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome all our esteemed guests and subject experts who have been graciously accepted our invitation, especially Professor Khar sir, Dr. Deependra Singh sir, Professor Ram Nandela sir, Professor Giri Shak sir, C.R. Patil sir, Sunil Jalapure sir, Vikas K. Gupta sir, Swarup Lahoti sir, and the President of NPWA, Dr. Kotwal sir. Along with my team, Mr. Amit Jha, Santosh K. Verma sir, Saurabh Kose sir, I welcome again all of you. Dear participants, this newly implemented syllabus under NEP 2020 represents a transformative steps in pharmacy education in India. This revised curriculum emphasizes this outcome-based education, skill development, research orientation, digital and AI integration, industry-academia collaboration, and holistic professional development. So today's workshop definitely it will provide a clarity regarding major changes in the syllabus, faculty preparedness, and academic planning, as well as effective implementation strategies. So we are starting this session with the opening session guest and the speaker of the session, Professor Gir Ishaq sir. So before starting the session, I just introduce about the Gir sir. You know that there is no requirement of introduction of the Gir sir, that he is well-known personality in the pharmacy sector. But still, I will just tell something about Professor Gir sir. Professor Gir sir is a senior faculty member in the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Directorate of Lifelong Learning and Skill Development at the University of Kashmir, with over 23 years of teaching experience and teaching and research experience. He has completed his master's in pharmacology from Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Karnataka, and his doctorate in the same subject in the University of Kashmir. Professor Gir has earlier served as a coordinator of the UGC Human Resource Development and Center and director of the Center for Career Planning and Counseling at the University of Kashmir, where he has a refresher course, campus placement drives, coaching programs for competitive examination. He is an advisor to the Price Monitoring Resource Unit also. He is a member of UG and PG Curriculum Committee of Pharmacy Council of India, member of coordinator of NAC, and he has been his areas of research interest include drug utilization, evaluation, and national pharmaceutical policies, pharmacovigilance, and rational use of medicines. So I request Professor Gir sir to have his opening session. Sir, I'm requesting you to address
Thank
the
you.
today's gathering, please.
A very good evening to all of you. Thank you, Professor Praveen Javle, sir, for giving me this opportunity to open today's important, prestigious session, which is being adorned by the reputed, renowned, acclaimed, and accomplished experts from different parts of the country. My deep regards and gratitude to Professor R.K. Khar, sir, Dr. Dipender Singh, sir, Professor Ram Rao Narila, sir, Dr. R.C. Patil, sir, Dr. Sunil Pure, sir, Dr. Vishal K. Gupta, and Dr. Swarup R. Lahoti, sir, who are eminent speakers of this evening. My heartfelt gratitude and namaskar to all of them. And as has already been stated, that we have come through a long journey of implementation of the National Education Policy 2020 in pharmaceutical sciences. And after a long journey of discussion, deliberation, series of meetings, the Pharmacy Council of India has finally come up with the new syllabus, which is in the public domain, and the circular has been issued to implement the new syllabus from the current academic session, the upcoming academic session. So all the institutions all across India, all the pharmacy institutions across India are making preparations towards implementation of national education policy. So the Pharmalok thought it prudent and appropriate to have a detailed discussion and deliberation on this issue, how to implement, what steps to be taken, what this new syllabus looks like in different streams. And that's why the experts, eminent experts, acclaimed and accomplished experts have been invited to deliberate on different aspects of implementation of this new syllabus all across India. So I have been told to give the introductory remarks, the introductory brief about this particular webinar today. So I'll be talking in brief about the implementation and impact of NEP 2020 on pharmaceutical sciences. To begin with, we need to understand that national education policy has been devised because it has been said that destiny of a nation is shaped in its classrooms. And we are at the crossroads of starting our journey towards Viksit Bharat. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is going on, Azadi Ka Amrit Kal is going on. And we all have to think how pharmaceutical sciences will be in a position to contribute significantly towards the accomplishment of this dream and goal of Viksit Bharat by the year 2047. The new education policy has altogether transformed the idea of a college, idea of a university, and idea of education. And it has been said that education is the most powerful weapon which can use to change the world. Therefore, through education, we are striving to bring about radical transformation in how pharmacy education is delivered and how our goals are accomplished. Now, when we talk of NEP 2020, it not only seeks to change the curriculum, but it also seeks to transform the pedagogy as well as the assessment evaluation method. That is all the three pillars of higher education, which are a student, a teacher, and the course content. All three of them are undergoing a drastic transformation, a paradigm shift, a radical change in each and every aspect. This transformation is aimed at making the education more affordable, more accessible, more transparent, more accountable, make it more learner friendly. So the shift, we are shifting from teacher centric education to learner centric education. And the focus of new education policy is to bring in quality, excellence, relevance, equity, inclusion, affordability, and accountability. And what are the various means and methods through which this will be brought about? It will be through multidisciplinary education, through innovation, through vocationalization, through ease of learning and flexibility, automation, integration, pluralism, local context and autonomy, and internationalization of education. Now, when we look at the pharmacy education and research, what will be the impact of NEP 2020 in actual practice? There will be a drastic shift. There will be a complete transformation from theory to practice, from classroom-based learning to field and industry-based learning, from skill deprivation, which was the case earlier, to skill enhancement and enrichment, from loaded to higher to very light curricular content, from rigidity to flexibility, from hierarchical to non-linear learning, from disciplinarian to multidisciplinary and holistic learning, from bonded to liberal learning, from rote learning to conceptual learning, from localized learning to anywhere, anytime, and any mode learning, from close-knit ownership to liberation from all kinds of bonds. So actual impact in pharmaceutical sciences will be that we'll be shifting from irrelevant to locally, socially, nationally relevant education, from credential based to outcome based learning, from summative to formative assessment, from being a whip master to being a mentor for our students, from physical to blended mode of learning, from techless to tech savvy learning, from socially disconnected to community based learning, from passive to creative and analytical learning, from industrial disconnect to industrial orientation, from inequitable access to equitable and inclusive education, from social discrimination to social justice, from expensive to affordable education, from overregulation to under governance and autonomous education. And for achieving all of this, what will be the roadmap? The first and foremost is the transformation of curriculum, which has already been accomplished by the Pharmacy Council of India. So for that, I would like to congratulate the Pharmacy Council of India for its initiative of changing the curriculum. But it does not end over there. We have to change our teaching methods, teaching pedagogy, our evaluation and examination methods. We have to change our student welfare measures. We have to change our industry based internships, as well as we have to go for internationalization. So the roadmap will involve several steps, but thank God, first step has been taken. The curriculum has been revised, which is loaded with multidisciplinary content, which is also having skill oriented content, which that will in turn promote startup culture, innovation, incubation, and entrepreneurship. There is also a subject on integration of Indian knowledge, ethics, value system, morals, the moral education. And there is major focus on outcome based education. There have been course objectives, program education objectives had been incorporated in each and every paper using Bloom's taxonomy, so that our education becomes outcome oriented, and we're able to measure the attainment of those outcomes. We're able to calculate the attainment levels of those outcomes at the end of each session, so that we can find the gaps, do a gap analysis, and we can bridge those gaps well in time. We will be shifting towards online e-learning and tech-based learning. And there are a whole lot of around 20 new courses have been incorporated in the syllabus. So a whole lot of chapters, new chapters have been introduced, like the chapters on medical devices, material vigilance, cosmetico vigilance, hemovigilance. Digital transformation is the major thrust, and a good number of subjects on artificial intelligence and machine learning have been incorporated. So then data analytics, data mining, and Internet of Things. There are chapters on these aspects. More importantly, biopharmaceuticals, biosimilars, nanomedicine, nanodiagnostics, nanopharmacology, gene therapy, stem cell technology, pharmacogenomics, pharmacoinformatics, personalized and precision medicine, telepharmacy, pharmacometrics, clinical data management, 3D printing and robotics, integrative and holistic medicine, functional and regenerative medicine, medical writing, medical coding, ecopharmacology and ecotoxicology, health and wellness, leadership qualities, and team building. So all these new chapters and new courses have been introduced in the new syllabus. But there will be also introduction of three major types of courses in accordance with national education policy. That is ability enhancement courses, which actually includes modern Indian languages. Then skill enhancement courses, which actually include soft skills, work skills, life skills, as well as hard skills. Value added courses like the courses on Indian knowledge system, on morals and ethical education, and environment have been included. So these are the three major types of courses in accordance with national education policy, which have been incorporated into the new syllabus so as to make it completely aligned and synchronized with the national education policy. And as I said earlier, the outcome-based education, learning outcome-based curricular framework has been given the main thrust. incorporating course objectives, program education objectives on each and every paper. And the classroom teaching has to be aligned in accordance with these course outcomes and objectives. Then there has to be continuous assessment apart from formative assessment. The continuous assessment will be undertaken on a daily basis or weekly basis, monthly basis. But at the same time, at the end of the semester, there will be formative assessment, the end semester examination. And a good emphasis has also been laid on community outreach and extension activities, field-based activities. Like so far, we will restrict it to our own classrooms, our own curriculum. But now we'll be going into the field, interacting with the communities, interacting with the society, and trying to understand their problems and coming up solutions by way of hospital visits, health camps, community outreach activities, and lot more. Now, coming to the teaching pedagogy, the teaching methodology, here I would like to quote Benjamin Franklin, who said, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn." So the new pedagogy seeks to use different methods, different pedagogies by which the students can learn. As you can see in this learning pyramid, only 5% of learning happens through lecture mode, 10% through reading, and there are 20% through audiovisual. We have to shift from passive learning to active learning so that we use auditory, visual, and kinesthetic senses of the students, and we shift towards discussion-based learning, practice-based learning, and teaching-based learning. The students themselves will be given an opportunity to teach, to demonstrate. So these are the new teaching and learning methods. That is, our learning, teaching will become outcome-based learning, competency-based learning, problem-based, project-based, inquiry-based, work-based, team-based, design-based, challenge-based, activity-based, evidence-based, and experiential learning. So these will be the different methods by which students will benefit. Now, we also have to discuss today what are the preparations that have to be made by the higher education institutions, pharmacy colleges. So they have to garner necessary resources in terms of infrastructure, equipment, manpower, workforce, funds and grants, training. They have to train the staff, which they will be engaging for this purpose. Orientation courses have to be conducted. The organizational structure has to be accordingly synchronized. The leadership and governance has to be brought in consonance with the new policy. There have to be documented policies and procedures for each institution, and there has to be continuous monitoring and evaluation of our implementation. Then there have to be necessary approvals have to be obtained from state governments, from higher education departments, from central councils, and we have to go for assessment and accreditation. So this is the roadmap for every state. That is, first we have to establish the vision, we have to devise, we have to conduct a situation analysis, we have to identify gaps, barriers, prospects, and challenges. Then we have to do some need assessment, financial need assessment, as well as we have to stipulate short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. We have to assess our constraints and accordingly devise a strategy for change. So once we prepare the blueprints for action, we'll be able to implement that blueprint, and then there will be continuous monitoring and evaluation. But at the same time, we have to assign roles and responsibilities to each and every stakeholder and fix timelines for accomplishment of our goal. So that was a brief overview of how exactly we have to go about implementation of NEP in pharmacy, and what will be the major visionary and conceptual changes in our curriculum, and major changes in our teaching methods, assessment methods, evaluation methods. So rest I will leave it to the concerned experts to dwell upon changes that have been made in different streams. We have renowned, eminent, accomplished experts on the panel who will discuss and deliberate the changes which have been I will also get time at the end to discuss the changes in the pharmacy practice stream, because luckily I have been a part of this process from the very beginning. I'm thankful to the Pharmacy Council of India for giving me this opportunity to be a part and parcel of this syllabus curriculum revision process. So thank you very much. Back to you, Dr. Praveen Javale, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for providing such a detailed guidance and clarity regarding the new educational framework. Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you.
During beginning, most of the guests were in the process of joining the meeting. So again, I welcome all the guests Professor Gir sir, Dr. Deependra Singh sir, who is the chairman of Pharmacy Education Regulations from PCI. Then the senior most person, Professor R.K. Khar sir, National Convener